Hi guys, welcome back to So You Think You Can't Craft. So today we are going to make a pin cushion with a jar on the bottom that is for odds and ends of buttons and pins and whatever else that you have. It's a great Mother's Day gift or gift for any sewer in your family. So the supplies you're going to need are your hot glue gun, which I suggest that you go ahead and plug in now so it gets all warmed up. A square piece, 6 by 6 inch square piece of fabric. A needle and thread. A piece of cardboard. A pen. A 3-piece mason jar. So that, by that I mean that the piece comes out of the lid, not just a solid lid. And a pair of scissors. So to start off with, you're going to want to take your piece of fabric and you're going to round the edges. Rounding the edges is you're going to cut, just round those corners off so you don't have the points. You go all the way around and do that. And there is no science to it, no perfection. It just needs to not have the points. Next thing you do is you're going to take some thread. And you're going to thread your needle. And you're going to do what's called a long stitch on your piece of fabric. To do that, you just put it in, and you poke it through, and then you poke it through again. And then you go, you're not going to go right next to it here, you're going to go further out here. So then you do that again, and you go long. It's just a long running stitch. And you do that all the way around. And I went ahead and prepared one that I already went all the way around. Leave this part long. The beginning part you want to leave long because you're going to string it together like the old style purse. So that it's going to be like this. So this is what you should be coming out with. Is a long stitch around it with 2 long strings at the end. Now what you're going to do next is take those 2 strings, pull them tight, and make a little pouch. Oh, I forgot one of the really important materials you need is some batting. This is the super soft. Batting is just the stuff that basically goes in pillows. So you're going to take a handful of that out, and you're going to stick it right in there. I think it's going to need a little bit more. Might be too much now, but we'll see. And then the next thing you do, while holding it tight here, you're going to take the middle piece of your lid, you're going to put it in there, and close it tight around it. Make sure the batting stays in. Oh, my string just fell out. Okay, so I'm going to pretend this is all the way through. Because I let go of one of my strings and it pulled right through. Nope, I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to have to redo that here real quick. Let me rethread this and see. Here's how you see how things just don't always happen right when you're crafting, but that's okay because life happens. So I'm just going to go through and redo my long stitch at that part where it came out. It's a lot harder when you have that batting in there. to do the long stitch. Okay, so now, yep, there we go. Now I have fixed the long stitch. I've got two pieces very well in here. You pull it tight. You got your batting in there. I'm going to take a little bit out. I think I have a little bit too much. It's kind of a guesstimation. Take your lid and stuff that back in there. Put the edge just around it. And then you pull it tight and you tie these two strings together. Just tie them in a knot. Popping out because I need to tighten it up again. I just need to tie it in a knot. There we go. Cut that. And now you're going to need your hot glue gun. And you're going to take it and you're going to glue all that fabric down. So just put a circle all the way inside that fabric. And you're going to glue it to the lid. Won't close here for just a minute while it dries up. And then tag down any pieces you missed. Push it down there. Make sure it's secured really good to that lid. And then, while that finishes drying, next step is going to be to take your lid top. I have glue stuck to my hand. There we go. Take your lid top, take your pen on your cardboard, and just trace the inside in there. And then you're going to take your scissors and cut around that circle. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Then you take that piece and you put hot glue all over it. All over so you get a good all the way around gluing and in the middle. So you can see how much I have there. And you just put it down on top. That's going to cover all your rough edges. Press it down, hold it for a little bit so it has a chance to dry. And then I'm going to add a little secret note. Just tell my mom, say thank you. For being a great mom. Since it's on cardboard, you can add a little note in there. Next thing you're going to do, now that it's all dry on there, this is one of the trickier parts, is you're going to take your lid and you're going to stuff it down in there. Just pull the fabric through and push on the other end. Takes a little bit of work, but you just got to get it in there. Just kind of work it in. Pushing it through helps. Helps when you have a thinner fabric too. I picked like a canvas kind of fabric. Then you take that and you put it on. Which, if it's not in far enough, it won't go on, just like that. So, I may have too much left under there. You know what? I grabbed the wrong lid. That would help. There's the right one. Okay. So, try this again. Just push it through. Pull. And then you got it on there. And you just take your pins in. Poke them right in there. And you've got a pin cushion. I just put in some buttons. You could put in a gift card, maybe some chapstick and stuff like that, or buttons or other odds and ends for sewing some thread, whatnot. And then I just tied a ribbon on it. So there you go, guys. I do have a surprise coming up for you all, as well as for my kiddo. And we'll see you here soon in a bit. Thanks for stopping by.